The emergency alarm had never been used before, not once in 12,000 years. Yet now, across the entire galaxy, every member of the Galactic Council was receiving the same terrifying message. Priority Crimson. Immediate assembly required. Humanity has retaliated. Entire fleets had vanished. Ancient empires were calling for help. And somewhere in the darkness between the stars, Earth had unleashed something so devastating that even the oldest alien civilizations were afraid to speak its name. The question was no longer whether humanity could be stopped. The question was, what had humanity become? The Galactic Council chamber was designed for peace, a massive ring-shaped structure floating above the shining world of Ethera Prime, where hundreds of species settled disputes through diplomacy instead of war. But on this day, peace was dead. The giant chamber vibrated with tension. Representatives from over 300 civilizations filled their seats. Many looked terrified. Others looked furious. Several looked as if they hadn't slept in days. At the center platform stood Council Speaker Varek, an elder of one of the oldest species in known space. His voice trembled as he activated the holographic display. A galaxy appeared above the chamber. Then red lights began blinking. 1, 10, 100, thousands. Gasps spread through the hall. Entire sectors were glowing red. Entire sectors controlled by the Zoroth Dominion. A military empire feared across half the galaxy. A civilization so powerful that most species obeyed them without question. Now those sectors had gone silent. Completely silent. Report. Varek demanded. An intelligence officer stepped forward. The Zoroth Dominion has lost contact with 83% of its military infrastructure. The chamber exploded into noise. Impossible. No civilization possessed that kind of power. Not even the Council itself. Not even combined. Yet the evidence floated before them. Entire fleets erased. Shipyards destroyed. Military worlds dark. The officer swallowed nervously. And humanity has claimed responsibility. Silence returned instantly. Humanity. The newest member of the galaxy. The species many had underestimated. The species everyone now feared. 5 years earlier, humanity had been different. Optimistic. Curious. Excited to join the galactic community. Earth had finally reached the stars after centuries of struggle. Humans imagined friendship, cooperation, a brighter future. For a while, that future seemed real. Trade flourished. Scientific exchanges transformed worlds. Alien tourists visited Earth. Human explorers traveled beyond the solar system. Then everything changed. The Zoroth Dominion discovered Helios 9, a small colony world near disputed territory. Only 40,000 humans lived there. Families. Scientists. Farmers. Children. The planet contained a rare energy crystal worth trillions. The Zoroth wanted it. The humans refused to leave. So the Zoroth acted. Without warning, without negotiation. Without mercy. Orbital bombardment lasted 23 minutes when it ended. Helios 9 no longer existed. The colony had been reduced to ash. 40,000 civilians were dead, including 12,000 children. The galaxy watched in horror. Earth demanded justice. The Council promised an investigation. Committees formed. Meetings were scheduled. Diplomats discussed legal procedures. Months passed. Nothing happened. The Zorth suffered no punishment, no sanctions, no consequences, power protected power, and humanity noticed. On Earth, grief transformed into something else, something colder, something dangerous. The funeral broadcasts reached every corner of the planet. Millions stood in silence. Entire cities mourned together. Children placed flowers. Beneath holograms of the dead, parents cried. Veterans clenched their fists. Scientists disappeared into secure research facilities. Military leaders stopped speaking publicly. Governments stopped arguing. For the first time in modern history, humanity became united. The galaxy celebrated. When humans arrived among the stars, the galaxy did not understand what happened when humans were pushed too far. 1 year later, human intelligence intercepted a classified Zorth transmission. The Dominion wasn't finished. Helios 9 had been a test. Their leaders planned to seize 3 additional human colonies. This time they intended complete extermination. No survivors. No witnesses. No human presence near their territory. When the message reached Earth, every world leader received the same report. Humanity had a choice: wait for diplomacy or act. The vote was unanimous. Humanity would act. Deep beneath Antarctica. Buried under kilometers of ice. Project Revenant. Awakened. The program had existed in secret for decades. Even most governments didn't know its full purpose. Human scientists had studied an uncomfortable truth. Every civilization developed stronger weapons. Bigger fleets. More destructive bombs. But all civilizations thought similarly. They fought using predictable methods. Project Revenant asked a different question. What if war itself could be rewritten? The answer terrified even its creators. The first strike occurred near the Zorth border. A fleet of 6,000 warships suddenly lost power. No explosions. No warning. Their reactors simply stopped functioning. Every system died. Simultaneously. The ships drifted helplessly through space. Then they vanished. Sensors recorded impossible readings. The vessels appeared to fold inward before disappearing completely. No debris remained. No survivors. Nothing. Panic spread through the Dominion. Nobody understood what had happened. Then another fleet disappeared, and another. And another. Within weeks, military installations across hundreds of systems were collapsing. The Zorth launched counterattacks. They found nothing to attack. Human fleets weren't there. Human ships never appeared. No. Battles occurred. No fronts existed. The enemy was invisible. Every strategy failed. Back in the council chamber, another hologram appeared. This one showed footage captured by a surviving Zorth scout. The room became silent. A human vessel floated alone in deep space. Small. Almost harmless. Then reality itself twisted around it. Stars. Bent. Space rippled. Entire regions of darkness unfolded like giant wings. A council scientist staggered backward. No. What is it? Someone asked. The scientists looked horrified. They're weaponizing dimensional collapse. The chamber froze. That technology was forbidden. Not because it was illegal, because everyone believed it was impossible. Humanity had somehow learned to fold sections of reality itself. Instead of destroying ships, they removed them from existence. As months passed, the Dominion crumbled. Military bases vanished. Supply chains collapsed. Entire invasion forces disappeared before reaching their targets. For the first time in centuries, the mighty Zoroth Empire was losing. Not against a larger military, not against superior numbers, against superior imagination, the very thing humanity was famous for. Then the shocking truth emerged. Humanity could have destroyed the Dominion completely. They chose not to. Every attack targeted military assets only. Civilian worlds remained untouched. Medical facilities were protected. Refugee corridors were established. Food shipments were allowed through. Humanity wasn't seeking extermination. They were delivering consequences. The distinction stunned the galaxy. After everything the Zoroth had done, humans still refused to become monsters. Finally, the Zoroth leadership surrendered. Their supreme overlord appeared before the council. The once proud ruler looked broken, exhausted, defeated, double quotes. What do the humans want? He asked. The answer came from Earth's representative, a woman named Ambassador Elena Reyes. She stood calmly before the entire galaxy. We want you to remember Helios 9. Silence filled the chamber. Elena continued. You thought power meant freedom from consequences. You thought weaker civilizations would accept your violence. You thought we would mourn and move on. Her eyes hardened. You were wrong. The Zoroth leader lowered his head. For the first time in recorded history, the Dominion apologized. Years later, historians would debate the conflict endlessly. Some called it the most devastating retaliation ever executed. Others called it the moment. The balance of power changed forever, but one statement became universally accepted. Humanity had revealed a truth hidden throughout history. Kindness should never be mistaken for weakness. The Galactic Council eventually rebuilt. New laws protected smaller civilizations. War crimes carried real consequences, and every year, representatives from hundreds of species visited the memorial world. Built in honor of Helios-9. At its center stood a simple monument. 40,000 names. Nothing more, nothing less. And beneath those names were the words that reshaped the galaxy forever. We asked for justice. Asterisk, when none came, humanity delivered it.